hope you can hear me. I know my Civic's a little bit loud. I did some exhaust work, which I gotta update you guys on. But yeah, in this video, we're gonna take the Civic, this car, damn. We're gonna take this to do some SCCA style stuff at Orlando Speed World. So stick around, check it out.
The tables turned, reel it back one time. Okay, Tony touch.
It's so tremendous.
Tony touch. Yo, I be the mic smoker.
Let's see. First 2 laps, I almost spun out in the second lap because, see, I have the front super gripped up and the rear over pressured, so that way the car will hardly rotate in the corners because it's such a small course. So I was thinking that's gonna work, but then after that little almost spin out, I'm thinking I'm gonna drop tire pressure in the back, and then probably, it's really all I can do is probably drop it down from 50 down to like 35. I think would be a pretty good number. And if that doesn't work, then I'll drop it down further. My front tire is starting to feel kind of like they're rolling over, because like as I go in the corner, I feel like they're like bending under the wheel. So at 20 PSI in the front, it might be a little bit too low. So I'm probably gonna end up looking up the recommended tire pressure for them, and we'll see how that goes. You know what I mean? All right, drop the tire pressure in the back to 30. Zip tie my computer from floating around. Hopefully it stays. Let's see if we yield better results over these dirt bikes. You heard? set in effect. Get a little bit of tire usage, not bad. Not fucking bad, Chad. Yeah. It ain't too bad. It's going alright. Car could definitely use a lot more fine tuning, fine tweaking. It was a good shakedown, a learning experience and all that bullshit. So yeah, we're gonna find out. This tire doesn't look very nice, that dirty ass shit, but at 20 PSI, I can't say I'm not using the entire tire because I can feel it folding under when I roll around the corner. So yeah, stick around, check out some more cool shit, little dog. We got drift cars, we got, oh, there was only 2 front wheel drive cars, mine and the Mini. And then there's a few Z's. Got one here. There's 2 more Z's there. There's the RX-8. We got JZX90, a true Altezza, an FRS, S2000, MX5, BMW, because I'm not familiar with those cars. Hey, shut up. No, just kidding. But yeah, we got a lot of shit going on around this little pad here. This car's sick. I like to see it a lot. This one's sick. Got a lot of cool shit here. Hope you guys can hear me while I'm talking. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cars are ripping, they're getting ready. About to start running the battles, which is gonna be a lot of fun. Got a couple drift cars out there doing some cool shit. So it's almost like dual purpose, but we out here about to run that thing. Hopefully it's gonna be some good footage, and hopefully this car stops trying to 3-wheel and try to spin out a little bit. I'll explain that later. We'll go over it later. Looking like me out there cutting it up, doing my thing. And in the middle of one of the corners, I fucking elbowed my door panel. Son of a fucking bitch. Motherfucker. Well, mint door panels, they gone. Now they only elbow mint. You know what I'm talking about? Little elbow mint right there. Damn, with a little shoulder. You know what I'm talking about? All right, folks, check me out. I hate to say this because every time I do a video, I do one take shoots. I just one and done. You know what I'm saying? It kind of is what it is. This is my third time doing this video over. To give you an idea, I had more tea in my cup. You know what I'm saying? So like, had a full cup of tea. Now your boy's got less tea in his cup. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. As a matter of fact, delicious. All right. Let's go over the day real quick. Honda Civic, good time. Track day, good time. Racing other cars, good time. We'll start with the beginning of the day. The beginning of the day, it was just real simple. Get a feel for the track, and then after that, we did some time trials. Did some time trials, and then after that, we did a battle. So we broke the day into like 3 pieces. With that being said, I did a lot of experimenting because this is my first time essentially really getting after the Civic and putting it through its paces and all the bullshit, right? So, well, hold on. Corner-wise, you see how I took it to the drag strip and I'll be racing it and shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, boom. That's not the same thing, obviously, you know what I mean? So, in the video, that's how the day was broken up. Get a feel for the track, time trials, and then battles. So time trial wise, I was not the fastest in the time trials, which is fine. You know, I'm not butthurt nothing. No, I'm just kidding. So time trial wise, it was pretty cool. I think all the cars are pretty damn relative to each other in that case, right? I was more concerned about battles, right? I want to see how this car stacks up to other cars, generally speaking. Now, I'm really glad that there was no monster cars. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine like a fully caged, 200 horsepower fucking Miata. You know what I'm saying? Like some super crazy shit, right? Because those cars probably would have just fucking gone. You know what I mean? So luckily, a lot of the cars that went weren't these like excessive, basically like go-karts. You know what I mean? So that was pretty, which honestly, I'm almost kind of curious how well a go-kart would do. But, so no, it was good times. I got to learn more about the Civic. A couple things about this car. This car factory has no power steering, and in turn, it has a very long steering ratio, which means I have to turn the wheel several times in each direction from lock to lock, and the wheel on the car actually only turns very little. So, a power steering Honda, you turn the wheel less and get more out of the wheel here, right? The steering wheel versus the driving wheel. With this being said, you can see in the video where I'm cutting it up and I actually have the steering wheel a full circle rotation or sometimes further, and then I'm bringing it back. You know what I mean? Luckily, like I let go of the wheel and like it snaps back pretty good. However, in that process, just a full weird rotation of the wheel versus like turning the wheel like just this far, you know what I mean, is a huge thing. Front wheel drive cars, especially the Hondas, there's a thing called turn in. So when you first turn into a corner, you kind of want the back to step out a little bit so that way the car can actually get around the corner better, right? So if like this is your corner, you want the back to step out a little bit to kind of go, right? If you just drive around the corner like this, that's not the maximum line, that's not the fastest line. By having the back step out, you're pointing the nose towards the exit of the corner sooner so you can give it gas sooner so the front wheels will pull the back end around and through. I had a hard time doing that, and a lot of it more than likely has to do with the fact that the car's probably too low. Well, like not probably, the car's too low. Tire-wise is not the best tire-wise setup, and really, coilover-wise, the car's on some bullshit coilovers that are not adjustable. They just can just adjust the height and that's it, right? So, and I'm not making excuses. That's not excuses. You should mod the driver before the car, but this is where the car is at in its current state. So, luckily in general, I can drive, right? But at the same time, we're also dealing with the fact that I have a 26 millimeter factory Type R front sway bar. I have a 22 millimeter rear sway bar. Now, is that sway bar too big for the car? Maybe, maybe not. I can't tell because I'm also turning corners on a small, tight little track. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on an actual big main fucking roadway. You know what I mean? Like a big track. So it's like the setup that I have in the car, is it working very well for that little tight section? Sure. But then again, at the same time, it seems to be working out for everybody else too. You know what I mean? So it's more than just like, it's hard to kind of gauge the car. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm getting my ass handed to me constantly by everybody else, then I know, hey, I'm very far off the mark. But at the same time, you can see a lot of cars would gap me in a specific area over and over and over. Now, is that because of the way my car is handling? Is it because of the way I'm driving? Is it because it's front wheel drive and they're rear wheel drive? Like, are they driving better than me in that section? Are their chassis naturally just performing better in that zone? Because there is a difference between front wheel drive and rear wheel drive and performing in corners, different corner types, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I'm gonna drink tea in front of you, don't worry. I'm probably gonna drink up all that tea. So, you know, these are some of the questions that I have, you know what I mean? Technically speaking, the car's on old, beat up bushings. They're not broken, but they're not far off. So I know there's a lot of wiggle room in the bushings in the suspension on the car. You know, rear control arms, front control arms, all the bushings are old and they move a lot, you know what I mean? Like, see if I can give you an example. Like this. No, can I show you? No, sorry, I can't. But like, this is an example here. It'd be hard for me to show you right now, but I could show you some other way in the future. But as an idea, because the bushing joints are worn, I get a lot of play in this arm. So when I hit the brakes on this thing, it'll actually change steering direction. Not saying this car does that at all, because it doesn't do that. Also, at that event, I like never touch the brakes almost. I touched the brakes a couple times just to try to like do a couple like little different moves and shit, but I don't really think hitting the brakes helped me at all. I pretty much just floored it, lifted the gas, turned corners, and floored it. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, you should be using the brakes, but the track's so small, so tight, I don't think it's necessary. But anyways, so yeah, this thing here, she's got old bushings, you know what I mean? Got a factory upper control arm, you know what I mean? I got a factory shit in the bottom here. I do have a traction bar in the front of the car, and I have the sway bars, but the question really is are my sway bars too large? Is the front too large? I doubt it, because that comes off a factory Civic Type R. Is my rear sway bar too large? Possibly, but I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, from the factory, especially Honda, especially the Type R series, they did a very good job at dialing in the cars very, very well for street and track use, and Type Rs are known for track use, right, from the factory. So it's like, is my sway bar too big compared to the factory bar, considering the setup that I have in this car, right? I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here living my best life, doing my thing, shouty, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to unpack, you know what I mean? I do plan on doing upgraded bushings, all to spherical bearings or Heim joints, whatever you want to call them. I do plan on doing the entire suspension like that, because I know it works very well. My black R35, the drift car, that car is on all solid bearings. Ain't no bushings in that car. That car works very well. Back in the day, my R32 was also on pretty much all bearings. That car did pretty good. Like, you can feel bushing deflection. Like, I can feel it, like in that car especially. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like a car like the 240 right now, it is all rubber in the back of this thing. I know this entire rear end moves and gets crazy. It's not necessarily like a drift car. It's a hot boy car first, drift car second, you know what I mean? So, but we're not here or there, right? But the same thing here. Technically, you know, bushing deflection, tire pressure, tire width, camber, alignment, like there's so many things that play a role in this, right? So I'm trying to unpack like how the car performed, how it did. Now in the video, you see me just chasing everybody, and that's because at this moment in time, I don't have any footage of anybody chasing me except for the one Z. So shout out to Ryan, he had the Z. He invited me to the track day, which is really cool. And I basically went there knowing like 2 people, you know what I'm saying? So met a bunch of new guys, you know, cool shit, doing track day shit. Now they, like I said, or maybe I didn't say, they are talking about doing like a private day at the firm, which is an actual racetrack. So I'm really hoping for that one because that's what this car was supposed to be doing to begin with, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of glad I got this shakedown day too, because like it's letting me know where I need to kind of prioritize in this car. Suspension's a huge thing. Honestly, besides the bushings thing, I think this car would benefit tremendously from a set of proper coilovers where I can adjust dampening, you know, I can have the proper spring rates needed. Because again, this car's full interior. The coilovers that are on the car, I don't know where they're at. There's no adjusting the dampening at all. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of get what you get. Not saying it's bad, but not saying it's good either. You know what I mean? So the car drives better now daily. When I first got it, like the car drove like absolute shit. The car's really high. Like I fucking hated it. And I'm like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's so many things, but then like, I didn't want to go crazy in the car either. I'm trying to keep it as like a budget fun car, but I think I've surpassed that budget fun part because I mean, I'm obsessed with cars. So it's like, you never stop, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh yeah, let me just go ahead. I'll just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, it's full blown race car, you know what I'm saying? So, and then again, this is my daily driver. So chill, shorty, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So yeah, in the video, like I said, see me chasing down some of the guys, and it's a good time, and we're rocking, we're doing our thing, and I'm genuinely curious as to how other chassis perform, right? Not necessarily the drivers and like everything else. I want to know, like, does this old little 90s shit box that technically has just sway bars for suspension mods and coilovers, is it hanging with some like modern shit? There's FRSs, there's Zs. You know what I'm saying? And in the video, you can see if any of the cars step out sideways even a little bit, this car's all over them, right? But then again, spinning ain't winning. And, you know, if you're drifting, you're not going fast. Now, if you had like Adam LZ type grip in your drift car, I'm sure that car drifting would probably be fucking faster than my Civic. You know what I mean? Like, those things are rocket ships. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's not the same. That's not what they're for. We're not for drifting and trying to drift race with some kind of weird shit. We're there for like actual track racing, you know? Damn, I just hit the T on you again, little baby. So yeah, this car did cool. Other modifications I want to do to this car: carbon hood, which I have; carbon hatch, which I don't have, because those are hard to get. The hoods are easier to get. They're all over. Everyone's got the hood somewhere, some beat up piece of shit. I'm actually going to take the hood off of my Civic here. Hold up. Let me just walk you right on over the little thing. Show it. Hold up. I'm actually going to take the hood off of this car. That's a carbon hood. That's a carbon bumper. And I'm going to try to strip a lot of this bullshit back off of it, re-clear it. And this is a 2000 front end. That's a 96 front end in this car. My plan is to 2000 front end convert this car. I'm going to use this hood. I have another carbon fiber hood that doesn't have any scoops and vents in it, but I'm going to fix this hood first because the other one doesn't look too bad, but you know, whatever. Do some hood pin mods, all the bullshit. And then this hood's going to go on that car when I convert the front end of this car. So we're going to see about that. That'll help the car a little bit. I'll have a little bit less weight on the front nose, which I know, like, technically speaking, front wheel drive kind of, that's its thing, you know what I'm saying? But a little bit less weight on the front nose, you know what I'm saying? And then a little bit weight off the car, you know, in general too. So like, it's not necessarily just weight, it's like where the weight is too, you know what I mean? So take a little bit of weight off the car. I definitely want to upgrade tire size to 225s. I went out there in 205s and I was really expecting a balance. I watched a lot of the old videos from, you know, Spoon and, you know, all these like one make cars in Japan, and these guys are on 205 tires. Now, if you watch like the more higher end race spec series, they're on like a 17-inch wheel in the front, like a 285 tire, like a 255, 265 front tire. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a dynamic to those cars. That's not what I'm doing here. Right here, I'm building a daily driver first, track car second. And track car, I don't want to go past a 225 tire. You know what I mean? I think when you start going into like 17s and like some guys even run 18s on these cars and you're having giant fenders and like you're just getting out of control, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm keeping more of my opinion like the Japanese approach, which those cars are pretty raw in the one make series, but a 205, 225, a 15, maybe a 16, you know what I'm saying? Like right in that range, I think is gonna be optimal, ideal for the car. Coilover is gonna be a huge deal. Getting rid of my old ass shitty bushing is gonna be a huge deal. Maybe changing my rear sway bar is gonna help a lot. My wife's Integra handles incredibly well. Like in Mexico on AI, I'll do 80 miles an hour on the off ramp and just turn the wheel and that car just fucking takes it all the way, no problem. I can do that in this car, but like, I don't feel confident in it at all. You know what I mean? Like I'm gripping the steering wheel real hard and I feel like the car is like ready to step out. Her car, the car feels like it's fucking just on rails dialed the whole way. You know what I mean? Like it feels like you just linked up on a track and just like the roller coaster fucking take it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild. So, and her car has really small front and rear sway bars compared to my car. So it's like, is my sway bar too big? Is it not too big? I don't know. That is technically a higher speed section, but she also has better tires. They're wider tires. Like, I don't know. Her car's a little more dialed in, which you'll see some more of that car here soon too. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, but I do know I want to upgrade suspension in the car. I got brake upgrade for it. There's other things that I need to do. I do need to do like a proper track day, but before I go, you know, I need to upgrade brake fluid because I'll actually be using brakes there. I'll need to do, you know, other cool, fun shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed the video. I know it's more raw and it's a constant, like just driving, chasing other cars, technically like the same thing over and over and over, but it's fun to chase different cars, different drivers. I didn't put any film clips of people chasing me because it just looks like I'm driving by myself. You know what I mean? So it's like, we did the back and forth, one guy lead, then the other guy leads, you know what I'm saying? Initial D style. As you can also see, there's a couple times where two guys are racing and I just jump in the fucking mix. And that's just because I'm excited and I want to just battle cars and I want to race and I want to compete and I want to have a lot of fun. Time trials is cool, but I think there's something cooler than battling. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really, really fun. You know what I mean? And it's on a small, short track. So like, you can kind of go pretty much as, you know, as hard as you want. And, you know, everyone's having a really good time, right? A big main track is different because like, you can get fucking hurt. You know what I'm saying? You go into a quarter at 80 and you slip out a little bit and you go off the road and you smack a fucking wall. That's going to suck a lot. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's a lot involved in it. You know what I mean? So the track day, again, fun track days, cool driving other cars, other drivers, you know, meet new people and get the experience more shit, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the purpose of this car. Besides being a daily driver, you know what I'm saying? Its also purpose is for doing cool track shit. And the idea of the track shit too is that way I can buy some good tires for it that are not on the car, run it, use them, you know, feel them out, and I can beat up those track tires. So we're essentially, all I have to do is pay for a track day and just go, you know what I mean? So like, this is supposed to be like cheap fun. Drifting's cheap fun too also, but like, let's be realistic. You have to buy a bunch of tires, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's all your tires, entry fees, and like all the bullshit, plus all the maintenance you have to do to your car beforehand. This car, it's like, all right, change the oil, put gas in it. You know what I'm saying? You buy tires, yeah, you can, there's a certain life that the tires will have when you cycle them on like track days and stuff. Like, you'll eat through them, but like the initial purchase is expensive of those tires, but like then those tires last you like the year of all your track days. You know what I'm saying? Well, depending on your setup, depending on how you drive, all that stuff, et cetera, but you get the idea, you know what I mean? So yeah, Had a good time. I think it's tight. I'm excited. I don't know how many times I said it. I've actually filmed this segment. This is my 3rd time now, like I said before, because I've been getting carried away and, you know, suspension details and like all this other crazy shit. And to be real, we got a good motor set up. It's not ideal because I have a long gear transmission and an engine that doesn't rev high, technically speaking. But overall, I'd say this works pretty good. There's no reason to change this, except this car could benefit massively from an LSD. I did notice sometimes in the corner when I'd punch the gas, the car just, all the power is on mainly this wheel, right? Now, technically, both wheels get power, obviously, but to be real, an LSD would benefit tremendously, especially when trying to pull out of a corner. Is it in the world? Time will tell, you know what I mean? I haven't experienced an LSD in a Honda before. I mean, that's not true, but it's been over 15 years since I've experienced one, so I couldn't really tell you. It's actually been longer than 15 years, so yeah. Stick around, check it out. We got more cool shit coming. We got more cool shit happening. I'm trying to do more track days with this, don't you worry. I gotta go to the drag strip again, because you wanna know what, little shawty? This motherfucker needs to go damn fucking 14s. And I know it sounds dumb and it's slow as hell, because it is. That car's got 14-second capabilities in it. I just need to get it there, you know what I mean? And I refuse to like dog shit the transmission to get it there too. So whatever, anyways. I got some more shit coming up. You guys are behind, I'm not behind, you're behind, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And of course, me talking and ranting and, you know, kind of going over more things. I know that I'm trying to reduce that amount, and yeah, I just can't help it, you know what I'm saying? I like to just tell you more about shit and give you as much details as I can, you know what I'm saying? I might start a second channel. Maybe I'll start a little podcast type joint and start talking about just like random car shit. So maybe I can rant more on that type shit than here in this video segment, like when I do like on these shits, you know what I'm saying? So, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, as always, remember, I got merch in the link, in the description, every video. Boom, check it out. This ain't a merch, this is another shirt. But you know what I'm saying. So yeah, my mechanic's over there. He's coming back from break. I don't know where he's been at all day. So just remember, in life, you can do 2 things, but the only thing you need to do in life is just stay sucker free. You heard?
Going somewhere with bodies to learn. And that's the road.